it's going to be a short blog this week because there isn't much to report. I am pleased to say that things are better than they were last week. I'm feeling a lot better. We've got, for the first time ever, a prolonged period of warm weather which has seen great growth in the garden. And the main news is that Tiffany Quail has started laying eggs. Now, at the moment she's laying about one every 2 days. This is probably an intermittent because she's only just started laying eggs, and so that means she's only basically just come of age. At their best, female quails can produce around 10 to 12 eggs per day at the height of summer, and obviously, you know, the weather is warmer at the moment. I don't know how many she will sort of manage to produce this year now, because we're fast approaching the solstice, and after that, of course, it will start getting darker and colder again. Quails generally don't lay eggs across the winter, so it's to do with light and heat, really, as well as obviously the nutrition that they're getting. But it's fantastic. I cooked the egg, I boiled it, and I ate it, and it was absolutely fantastic. And I did that mainly because quails in captivity have lost the instinct to nest their eggs, and if you want baby quails, generally speaking, you have to use an incubator. They tend to sort of plop eggs out all over the place and then just leave them alone. A bit like these did. I left the egg in there for a day to see if they were going to go back to it or sit on it or, you know, incubate it or eat it or whatever, and they just basically ignored it. So I felt okay in doing that, and I hope that when I go to the autumn bird show, which I intend to do in Stafford, one of my main focuses will be to get 2 more female quail, because the idea generally is that you have 3 females to every 1 male, and I obviously then will have a set of 4, and they will you know, all produce lots of eggs over the next year at least. The one problem with this is that if they become egg bound, they are quite frankly screwed, because I do not know how to save egg bound quails at all. I can't use the method that I use with the zebra finches because of their feathers. Quail feathers are extremely fine. Put them in water and they get all soggy, and it's a nightmare to dry them out. It really is. You're talking like you need to have a hairdryer and that sort of stuff to get them to warm up again. And I think if I use that method on an egg-bound quail, she would probably die very, very quickly. It would probably do her more harm than good. So I do now stand to lose female quails pretty quickly, but there we are. Like I say, there isn't a lot else to report. We're looking at moving towards the annual car boot sale at Panel. It will be my 6th car boot sale, but the 5th annual car boot sale, because we did 2 the first year, if you remember rightly. So I'm looking forward to that. I know that my sister's going to be a big donor for it this year, so that's something that we have to get sorted out. We also have to get sorted out what was known as the Hawk Walk, which was my birthday treat, in fact. That needs to be sorted out pretty soon. Dates for our diaries, you see. The other thing that needs to be sorted out pretty soon is this year's project. As you know, we don't have a lot of money, and the project this year is basically, was supposed to be the double glazing, because we were thinking that, or at least the saving up for it. But you probably know, I've explained in other blogs that that's going to be an impossibility for now. So we're doing two things. Along that line we're doing as much as we can, and that will involve wood filler to fill in at least one of the downstairs windows that we know has a form of rot on, and possibly the main Markenfield window if we can reach it. That should stave off the problems for a year or two, which is enough, trust me. The other thing that we're doing is we're sorting out the vestibule, and all that needs to be done with that really, because I'm happy with the border, I'm happy with the colour, I'm happy with everything there is there. The front door, no, but that is not going to be part of the vestibule sort of situation. I'm looking possibly to get another door for the inner bit, another wooden door, because that door's not so brilliant. But the main thing will be to just put up shelving round the top so that I can store things up there, and it will be things like my diaries that can go up there, because at the moment they're sat up in boxes in my bedroom causing clutter, and they need to sort of go basically. This month's Golden Bowl spend is classified, but there is bound to be money left over, so what that gets used for I shall let you know. And I think that really is about it for this week.